perfect for people who want nice, pretty little flower baskets, but don't want to water them. So this is one of them little automatic little plant waterers that is kind of like a drip irrigating system, and all you need is a bucket or some kind of container that holds a quantity of water, and that you can fill up from time to time and have it somewhere where you can monitor it. So this is the Moistenland automatic battery operated drip irrigator for your outdoor plants, your indoor plants, or maybe if you got a small garden and stuff like that. So we'll take it out of the box. It's all wrapped up. We got the destruction manual. We got kind of like airline tubing, and then we got the clip. And then we got a whole box of fittings and spikes and a USB cable, because this is also, not only is it powered by batteries, it's also can be powered by USB. So we got a whole plethora of plant spikes. So these goes in the plant, and then you got hoses that connect to them. And then we got some T's, got some crosses. So we got a lot of T's. So we got a bunch of T's, a couple of end plugs, and one cross, and two weighted intake strainers. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 crosses, 10 T's. They got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So you can water up to 10 plants with one pump. And of course, your mileage may vary on how much you can actually do with stuff like that, because you're dealing with a linear type watering system. So anything that's closest to the pump usually gets the most water, unless you come up with a way to like restrict that particular spike and stuff like that. So you'd have to come up with a little, like, usually you'd have to go on and get like aquarium inline adjusters, like they're like little valves and stuff like that, to negotiate the amount of water going through it. So, and there's also like little clamps that you can get to compress the hose to restrict the water flow. But for me, I only got 2 plants, so I would assume wide open is going to be more than sufficient. So here's the little box. Of course, the USB port is right here, and then you got all your control panel. And the back side here is the battery compartment. Then we got our little bucket clip here that just snaps in. So this will go to the sides of the bucket that you can clamp on. So let's put some batteries in it. See what it does. See how it lights up. Nice and pretty. So Oh, then we got our obvious things, our little inputs. Input and output. So intake and outtake. So there's an arrow here for the for one particular hose barb, and the for the intake, and one for the exit and stuff like that. So we'll take a look at the destruction manual here. All the obvious stuff. Use the appropriate stuff, especially at the USB. And of course, there's no set answer on how many spikes you need. Of course, you know, for a particular small plant, one spike's going to be enough. Or if you got a bigger pot, you may need two. Or if it's really huge pots, you might need three or something like that to get enough water for this thing. So this thing runs from anywhere from 1 second up to 5 minutes at a single time. And then the amount of times per day that you can have the thing come on, and you can have anywhere from coming on to 0.1 of an hour, from 1 hour to 9 hours, or 10 to 23 hours, or 1 to 30 days. You know, so if you got like a cactus or something like that, it only needs water like maybe every 21 days, and then you can have it come on every 21 days for 5 minutes. I don't know. It depends on what you're watering, what you're growing, because each plant has its own watering needs. So stuff like that. And of course, the pump itself has to be higher than the level of the water, so it doesn't siphon and stuff like that. And then of course, it's only going to go, you know, so many meters high, so it's only going to go about maybe about 3 to 4 feet. So you know, you can't have it go up to your second story balcony from the ground. It ain't got enough. It's not meant for that, stuff like that. So of course, it's got all the buttons here for the watering time. You got a manual button, and then you got interval time. So, and then it's got a little green and red LED. So if the green is steady, it's in setting mode. If it's blinking, it's in working mode. Of course, if there's no LED, it's off or in standby mode. And if the red LED turns red, it's low battery. And of course, this doesn't have like a real-time clock, as in you set the time of the day. You kind of figure that, you know, whenever you set it, that's when it's going to come on. So, you know, if it's 9 o'clock in the morning, it's always going to come on at 9 o'clock in the morning anytime you set it. Or if you have it on like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, that's what time it's going to come on, you know. So got to kind of be mindful of that. You know, you don't want to wait all day for the water to come on, especially, you know, during your warmer months. You want the water to come on in the morning, so it has enough water to it's water before the day begins and stuff like that. So very easy to program this thing. Of course, the destruction manuals will tell you how to program it, and then it's even got a lifetime warranty. So it's only a simple little pump in there with a timer on it, so it can't be that difficult inside. And then the only other thing that you'll have to of course, figure out on your own is how much water do you need. You know, because you got from 1 second to 5 minutes, so you kind of figure out, you know, you don't want to waste water and have it. If you got water dripping out of the bottom of the pot, you got too much water in it. So we'll have to figure that out. I'll have to figure that out. You know, it might take a couple of weeks to figure it out and stuff like that. And of course, it tells you how to keep it clean. So anytime you got outdoor water and stuff like that, it gets stale after a while. Or if you run fertilizer in it, it might get algae in there, and that might get pumped into the pump system and stuff like that. So every once in a while, you might have to disassemble it and you know, run the thing through bleach and clean out all the schmag and stuff like that. So, you know, I can't really give you a clear answer of, you know, blah 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 set times and how long, because it's all gonna vary depending on what you're doing with it. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.